Hi everyone, and welcome along to the Friday Cup Along. I'm Bonnie Boyd from Good Food Nutrition. So I'm going to show you today a really nice and tasty Friday night dinner. But I don't want to make it tonight, or you don't have the ingredients in, you can always make it for tomorrow night. So it's one of those sort of weekend dishes where it's a bit of spicy, that sort of thing. So I'm going to be showing you how to make my Thai turkey burgers with lovely, and we're going to be serving them with some nice sort of salad through it, but also as well with some spicy sweet potato wedges. So again, I'm going to show you how to serve the Thai burgers two different ways. One of them we're going to be serving it just traditionally in our burger bun, and the other one we're going to be doing it, placing the burger, serving it on top of a lovely big baked portobello or field mushroom. So again, it's one of those where if you are sort of avoiding bread-like products, you can still have your burgers, no problem at all. So the ingredients today we're going to be working with, I have myself some turkey, just some turkey mince. Oh, and just to say as well, guys, is that obviously the recipe for this will be coming up on screen as well. But also as well is I will be posting links and all underneath the video at the end in the comments box. So if anybody has any questions as we go through the recipe, please get in touch. So yes, so our ingredients today, I have a pound of our turkey mince. Now you'll see there, I just tend to use either the turkey thigh mince or the turkey breast mince. And really the only difference is that the breast mince has slightly less fat on it, and the leg mince or the thigh mince as well, that has like a higher fat content. But to be honest with you, there's no other difference as well. Turkey is a fantastic sort of nutritional meat as well, a good alternative to chicken as well. Bit more nutrients in there if you're a bit more health conscious. Now, for our flavors, this one today is so quick, honestly. There's probably one ingredient that you would have to nip to the shops for, or else you probably have it. You might have it in your fridge or in your cupboard, depending on sort of what way you cook at home as well. The sort of star ingredient today is our red Thai curry paste, okay? So if you sort of are bored with what you're eating at home and you're looking to kind of jazz it up a little bit, it's a good idea to sort of, have a look at your store cupboard stuff. Things like your herbs, your spices, even your jarred sort of pastes as well. Things like your Thai red paste, Thai green curry pastes, even some of the Indian pastes as well. They're really handy for just adding a bit of extra flavor to dishes as well. If you are sort of making like homemade kebabs, homemade burgers, homemade meatballs, it's a brilliant way of just really adding a punchy flavor to it. So today we're going to be adding some Thai red curry paste. Again, that's going to give it the lovely Asian flavor. Lots of chili in there, ginger, garlic. Oh, so much soy in there. Beautiful flavors off that. And then some of the other flavors we're going to go in with again in Thai food or Asian food, very popular, is spring onions or scallions, whichever way you say them as well. We're going to be finely sort of chopping those to add through. What they're going to do is they're going to give that lovely sort of oniony flavour without kind of big lumps of onion in there as well. They're also going to give the burgers some lovely texture as well, okay? So we wanted that they're not all completely soft, so when you bite into them, you're still getting a bit of texture from something. Obviously, a little bit of our sea salt and our black pepper, as per usual. You know how much I love my black pepper. You're going to be binding it together with an egg. You don't necessarily need the egg, but you will find that when you put the egg in or any liquid, is that it gives you a softer burger. So by all means, if you don't want to put the egg in, that's fine. You can still make your burgers, no problem, but they will be like a more meaty texture as well. But maybe you prefer that, that's no bother at all. And then as a little twist on it as well is I'm going to add another little few cloves of garlic, simply because I absolutely love garlic. And so good for you as well, really good for your digestion and your immune system as well. And then these little sort of edamame beans as well. And these are just, you can find these in the supermarket as well. I absolutely love them. They're also called as well soya beans as well. So you can get them in the freezer or you can get them in the cold, the chiller cabinet as well.
And again, it's just adding that little bit more texture there, but they taste absolutely lovely. Again, it's another way of getting the veg into it as well without having to sit down and eat a whole plate of it as well. And then again, to add a little bit more crunch, I'm also going to add a little bit of sesame seeds. So these are these tiny, tiny little seeds you see that are in a lot of Chinese food as well and Asian food. And again, they just give that lovely little crunch as well. But your sesame seeds are part of that family for your omega-3 fats as well, very anti-inflammatory as well. So it's just another way of actually sort of putting a bit more goodness into your food without really trying too hard, and at the same time adding a load of flavour. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started on my burgers, and then I'm going to, once I have those on to cook, then I have also earlier on, obviously because we don't have time in the 30 minutes, I have sliced and flavoured some lovely sweet potato wedges, and I've just popped them into the oven on low heat, and they're cooking away. And also as well here, I have also baked up some of these lovely big field mushrooms you'll see here. So they're just these huge big mushrooms you see. You see them a lot on breakfasts and stuff as well. As these are portobello mushrooms, again, that lovely sort of nutty flavour to them as well. Really, really lovely. So we're going to be serving the burgers two ways. One is on your traditional back as well, and the other one as well is going to be sitting on top of your field mushroom. And again, that's a really, really low carb sort of type of eating as well. So if you're, as I say, if you are avoiding your bread products and you think, oh, I can't have the burgers or I can't have, you can, of course. You just have to be a bit cleverer how you're going to team it up with the sort of sides of it as well. So let's get going on this. So we have our turkey here. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to chop down another couple of garlic cloves. So again, as before, just leaning down on them with the back of your knife, taking off the skin of it, and then we're just going to chop that down. Or you can, of course, save all this hassle as well if you have a garlic press, and just pop the cloves straight into the garlic press, and the crushed garlic comes out the other side. So it's kind of like taking all the hard work out. So that's not a bad thing as well. So we're going to crush down the garlic, and then we're just going to very, very finely chop it. And we're going to pop that in on top of the turkey. So we're going to be building up the flavour here on the layers of turkey. We are going to get our spring onion, get a nice big chunky spring onion. Take away sort of the little raggedy bits at the end. Take off the top as well, and just make sure to give them a really good wash, because you'll find is they're grown just like leeks, they're grown in very sandy ground, and if you don't, you're going to get an awful lot of grit in there. So again, we are just going to just chop that nice and finely, and we're going to pop all of that straight into the burger mix. And again, the flavour of the spring onions is just lovely. Again, it gives that Asian sort of flavour as well. You'll often see in Asian foods and laksas and even over pad thais and all, they always will have sliced scallions over the top as well. And it just gives that sort of contrast in the flavours as well. So we're going to do another half of one of these because I absolutely love the scallions. And I may as well just throw them in. So again, just nice, finely sliced. And that's going to go all in there. So these are a great one if you wanted to pre-make them. Pop them in the fridge or even into the freezer. And again, is then once you know you're going to be cooking them, you should just pull them out straight into the oven, under the grill or on the pan. So easy to make. Now, in we're going to go with 1 egg. And I'll recap over all these ingredients, don't worry in case you've missed some of them. We're also going to go in with a little pinch of our sea salt. So just a little bit, but again, it gives it that lovely flavour. Again, when we were doing the Thai curry before, it's that balance of flavour between like the kind of spicy, the salty, the sweets and everything. Some lovely black pepper. And then also as well, we're going to go in with 1 teaspoon of our sesame seeds as well. Now, I don't have this on your recipe in particular because it's not part of the main recipe, but I just put them in because I like sort of mixing around and playing around with my recipes. So in we go with 1 teaspoon. We'll go in with 2. And again, all that's doing is just giving it a little bit of crunch, a little bit more texture as well, and a bit more flavour. And then we're also going to go in with the main ingredient, which is our Thai red sauce. So for this one, I have, for 500 grams of your turkey mince, I have 3 tablespoons. But again, it totally depends. Oh, the smell is just absolutely divine. It depends on your own taste buds. If you're making them for kids, they might like them as hot as that. But you know yourself sort of how hot you like your food. So I'm going to go in with about 2 tablespoons there. Okay, and that's just to give it a little bit of flavour. Now, this is the lovely bit where we're going to go straight in with our hands. I'm also going to add in just a couple of tablespoons of our soya beans. Okay, so straight in there. Don't worry too much about measuring them. And then this is where we're going to go in. Make sure your hands are really, really lovely and clean. I'm just going to get a plate here as well to put our burgers onto, making sure they're really, really clean, and then making sure your hands are really, really clean, before you start as well. So what we're going to do is just going straight in with the hands. Of course, you can use a mixer. You can use a fork as well if you don't like touching. Not everybody likes touching raw meat, and I do understand that. And it is quite a messy sort of mixture, this one as well. And we're just going to give everything a really good mix around. So with your hands, it's just squeezing everything together and bringing it all together. Now, on your recipe, you will see that I mentioned breadcrumbs as well. You can put breadcrumbs in if you like. Unfortunately, I have no breadcrumbs here today. But again, like all my recipes, that shouldn't stop you. All of the recipes that I make and I teach people they're all completely changeable as well. So if you don't have one ingredient, it doesn't mean you can't make the whole lot. So I don't have them today. We're still going to go right ahead and still make the burgers. So just mixing it all together, you'll see there. Getting those lovely soya beans all the way through. And that should be good enough to go there. The main thing is you just want to make sure that that Thai paste is all the way through it. Okay, so what we're going to do is just take a little handfuls. We're just going to shape them into little patties. Okay? Actually, do you know what I'm going to do is? I'm going to leave that for 1 second. I'm actually going to shape them directly onto the pan just to save putting them from here to here and then here in. So just let me wash my hands for 1 second. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my pan nice and warm. So if you're doing this at home, obviously you'll probably have your wedges in a good while before you start this. And for your wedges, you're just using normal sweet potatoes or normal big baking potatoes and slicing them down as well. But I'll run through that in a second when we have the burgers on to cook as well. So get a nice bit of heat on there, and we're just going to pop in a little bit of our coconut oil. And again, coconut oil goes lovely with this because obviously it's that Asian Thai influence. So we only need a little bit, because obviously if your pans are non-stick, you're going to need very, very little oil. So just mix that, give that a little mix around there. And get your pan now sort of on a medium to medium high heat. And just making sure that is just all around the whole pan. And we want a nice colour on the outside of them as well. Okay, so you want that kind of charred effect as well. So we get these in here now. But if you were making them at home and you weren't cooking them straight away, is literally you would be making them, shaping them onto a plate, and then you would be popping them in the fridge to let them firm up a little bit. Because when you don't have breadcrumbs in them, they are softer. When you put the breadcrumbs in, you have a firmer burger. Again, if you didn't add an egg, you would have a firmer burger. But again, the egg, or sometimes I'll add a little drop of milk as well, it gives it that beautiful softness as well to the meat. Now we're good to go. So in we're going to go with our patties. And just flatten them down. And I'm going to press them down a little bit. We should get about 4 big, large patties out of this. Just measuring them out here in the pans. Yeah, we should do. We should get quite a bit out of it. But obviously you can make these small, tiny little ones as well, is to serve them in the little mini burger buns. And you probably should get maybe 6 out of it. So again, just on the other side, just going to pop that in. Once it goes in, just press it down with your hand. That's it. And then we'll get the third one in there as well. So it's a good way, as you can as well, is you can cook them off and then you can freeze them. So you don't have to sort of freeze them raw. If you cook them now, freeze them, take them back out, then you're just warming them through in the oven. So the reason as well that I like putting the the soybeans as well is that it gives that lovely, lovely colour as well. So that lovely bright green as well, a bit like the scallions do. So I'm just going to put the last of these in here. It's quite a messy job. So I would recommend when you're making them at home is do let them firm up in the fridge because it makes them so much easier to turn. So I'm just pushing them down just because I want mine to cook nice and quickly today. So I'm just going to get rid of this, guys, and just wash my hands before I continue. Okay, now, you just want yourself like a little spatula or a little fish slice, just something that you are able to lift them up when the time comes, okay? So again, if you have a non-stick pan, they should just be able to loosen themselves, okay? You shouldn't need that much oil on them. So we're just going to let them sit for a second, and I'm going to give them maybe about 3 or 4 minutes on that side, and then I'm going to turn them, and I'm going to cook them on the other side as well. Okay. Right, while they're cooking away there, just give myself a bit of clear down here. Okay, now, over here, earlier on, as a little change, as I said, is I cooked off some lovely field mushrooms. And again, as I say, they are just a great alternative if you are going low carb or you're just cutting out the bread products and you think, I'm not going to be able to eat these foods, okay? So you still want to be able to have your foods, but yet make the changes to it. So again, just keep your eye on these. Make sure nothing is sticking because they are quite wet. So I'm just going to give them all a little sort of push around the pan. They smell absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. Just that beautiful. If anybody likes the flavours of Thai food, you have got that fabulous. You also smell it like lemongrass and all in there. Just beautiful. So again, just get this big fella here, move him around. Okay, perfect. You just want to make sure they're not sticking to your pan. Okay, so yes, these mushrooms here. Now, I'm going to move 4 of them here. Obviously, I'll use them for other things as well later on. But I'm taking the biggest one, so that's that one there. And what I'm going to do is, the little stalk in the middle, you'll see kind of the little stalk of the mushroom. I'm just going to trim that down so the burger sits flatly on top of it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to stick that back into the oven as well and just warm it through so that it's nice and warm to serve with our burgers. I have also earlier on as well these were the wedges I had made earlier on. It was quite hot. As you can see there is, it is really, really hot. You see there is I literally just chopped them down into little wedges, little bit of olive oil in there. These are coming along, love it. Little bit of olive oil in there as well. And I put a little bit of Cajun seasoning on them, but they would taste absolutely lovely, just with a bit of salt and pepper on there, a bit of coconut oil, a bit of olive oil, tastes beautiful. Now they are just about done, so I'm actually going to just turn the oven off on those. And I'm just going to leave the little mushroom in there to just warm through with the residual heat left in the oven. Okay, now I'm just going to check these burgers for myself. And we're just going to check the other side just to make sure they're not overly coloured, okay? Oh, they look fabulous. Okay. And they will, because we've made them nice and sort of thin as well, as they will cook so quickly. Turkey, unlike beef, it cooks an awful lot quicker, so don't be tempted to kind of leave them on for as long as you leave the beef burger on. So we'll give it a little sort of shuffle around there. And then what I'm going to do is, that's been about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to very, very gently turn them over. Oh, they look gorgeous. I'll give the other ones the bigger ones a little more minute or so. And again, just on this one, turn it over. Beautiful colour now. I'll show you the colour on them now in 1 second. And again, this one here. Turn that over. And the same on the bigger one as well. Now, with these as well is, you do not have to obviously is cook them on the pan like this. I'm only doing them here just for speed for you guys. But generally, if I'm doing these, is I will bake them in the oven or I will grill them. If you bake them, you're not going to get a massive colour on them. If you grill them, at least you'll get that kind of brownness on the top and the bottom as well. And I have, you'll see here, if I just show you this, here, you can see beautiful colour on the top as well, and that they're cooking away lovely there. And just make sure, as I say, is that they are not stuck on the pan as well, very importantly, but they should actually be okay. Then you'll find a bit of fat coming out of the turkey as well, stops that from happening. But we just give them a bit of a loosen around, and the same here. And I have this now, as I say, on a medium heat, okay? Don't be tempted to whack up the heat if you're doing them quickly. You're just going to burn the bottom of them. Okay. Lovely. Gorgeous. I'll give those another few minutes now to cook. Maybe about another 3 or 4 minutes on that side. Okay. What we're going to do now, we're just going to get our plate together and burger bin and all and start to sort of assemble it. So, depending on how you want to serve, obviously, totally depends on yourself, but I sort of love a bit of theatre in the kitchen when I'm serving stuff. So what I've got is I have just got just your normal burger bun. Of course, you could get a nice brioche bun or something gorgeous as well with it, but just your bog standard bun. And what I'm going to do is when I take off these burgers now in a second, I'm actually going to pop the burger bun on and just let it warm through and get that kind of char grilled flavour. Okay, these are looking lovely, lovely. And they're not that far away. I would say another minute or so, another couple of minutes, and that should be it. So, oh, there's just this beautiful Asian flavour of all the Thai spices and all coming through. Gorgeous. I tell you what as well is another little hint if you want to add another little bit of flavour to this. You don't need to, but again, it's just giving something a bit more of a jazz up, is the lime zest of half a lime. Grated really, really finely into the mix of turkey mince when you first do it. Absolutely lovely. And again, it's just giving that other dimension as well to the burgers. Personally, I love lime juice in Asian food. Even at the end, what you could do is you could have a squeeze of lime juice over the top of the burger, let it cook down again for about 30 seconds or a minute in the pan. Be beautiful. Okay, just making sure these are okay. Again, I'm going to check the bottom of them, just to make sure they are okay. They're getting a great colour, which is exactly what I want. Okay, they're looking fantastic. You could also as well substitute the turkey for salmon and prawns, okay, and turn these into like a seafood burger or a prawn burger. And in that case, it's just you would omit the turkey and instead you would put in, depending on how many prawns you had, prawns and raw salmon. And then what you would do, what I would suggest you do is pop that into a blitzer or a blender and just pulse it until it's come together, no more than that. And then that would sort of bring the prawns, the salmon, all the spices and all together, and it'd be absolutely beautiful. Remember as well, if you're cooking sort of salmon or prawn burgers, it's going to take you a lot less to cook them, okay? So don't overcook them. But you will find is that the addition of Thai red curry sauce, the egg and all, it does keep that moisture there. Okay. So we're just going to check the other side of these. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll give that another minute. And what I'm going to do there in the middle is I'm just going to pop in the top of my burger bun, just to get that sort of nice and crispy as well. Now, let's start to assemble our sides here as well, guys. So, where's my tea towel? Okay. So I'm just going to take out the wedges. And I'm going to take out gorgeous little field mushroom as well. And we're just going to start to put these together. Okay. And we just want our little burger bun to warm up. That's just nice. That's all you really want, is just giving it that little bit. And then what I'm going to do as well is I'm actually just going to turn those burgers one last time and pop in the bottom of the burger bun on this side. Beautiful, just gorgeous. And if you like the recipes that I'm cooking, as I say, what I always say to people after each demo is that pop on over to my Facebook group, which is called the Fabulous Foodies. And I will stick a link on the bottom in the comments box below the video to give you a link over there. It's full of daily tips, nutrition advice, health and well-being, health and lifestyle advice, lots of recipes. At the moment we're running my Healthy Habits Challenge. And that is just 7 days, and I'm giving lots of tips and advice on the easy way to sort of put healthy habits back in during lockdown, because I think we've all gone a little bit nuts on the food and the alcohol as well, for some of us. So again, it's just trying to get you back on track. So please do. I also have lots of recipes on my website as well, which is goodfoodnutrition.co.uk. Feel free to jump over there. There's lots of blogs and all on different topics, but loads of lovely recipes, nice little sweet recipes as well. So please do feel free. And if there's anything else, as I say, you want to see that I haven't been cooking, please get in touch. You can pop a comment underneath this video and I will do my best to cook it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop in our wedges into a nice little bowl. So again, if you're going to the trouble of making all this, why not make an effort with the bowls as well? So you're serving it up for a Friday night. And we're just going to put a little handful of those in there. They look lovely. I'll just take these out of the way. And these are just, I have the heat off on these now, so they've stopped cooking. So what I'm going to do then for our for the burgers to finish them off, I have got a lovely little baby gem lettuce here, and I have just got myself 2 nice big sort of lettuce leaves of it as well. So I'm just going to pop them in there and just tear the other one because it's quite big. And again, this is just giving it a little sort of, you know, aesthetics look as well. And then we're going to get our burger. We'll take one of these lovely ones here. So you can see here, I'm going to show you these, sort of how these have sort of come out there. So you can see there, I can somehow sort of angle that. You can see how lovely they are, how much sort of colour they have. So we're just going to pop this on top of our lettuce leaf. And me being me, of course, I couldn't just leave it like that. That would be too easy. I am also going to add a little bit of avocado to the top, because generally I always have to put something extra in there. So again, just half an avocado. I'm just going to take out the insides and I'm just going to put a few slices on there. And again, it just looks nice, but it also tastes beautiful. And again, the avocado is full of really, really good fats as well. So never be afraid of adding fats to your food. It's what gives it the flavour, please. So I'm just going to pop on a few slices of that, just to make it look really nice. Okay. And then what we're going to do is, on top of our other burger, or our other little portobello mushroom, I am just going to add one of the other burgers. Okay. And we're not going to put any lettuce on there because I don't know about mushrooms and lettuce. I don't know if it's a great combination. But what we are going to do is, again, just a few little sprigs of our coriander just over everything here, and particularly over our lovely burgers as well. And what you can do as well is, particularly for the mushroom one as well, is nothing to stop you. If you like sweet chili sauce as well, you can pop on a little bit of sweet chili. So I'm just going to finish it all off here, and then let you see it up to the camera, okay? So that is, I'll bring it up now and show you. That is my, oh, losing my burger there. So what I'm going to do is, I find it easier if I just, that's it. That makes it much easier. That is my Thai red curry turkey burgers, 2 ways. First one, just in your normal burger bop with some lettuce and avocado. Second one, I'm serving on a baked portobello mushroom. And I'm serving them with my gorgeous sort of Cajun or spiced sweet potato fries. So I'm just going to give you a look up to the camera here, and hopefully you'll be able to see. You have it both ways, and I'll just turn it around there so hopefully you can see there. So you can see how easy it is just for your Friday night dinner and how lovely that looks. And you can imagine if you present that to the family on a Friday night. That is my Thai turkey burgers served two ways. So guys, if you like that, or if you have any other questions on the recipe, and I do know the recipe's been flashing up throughout the video as well, so the information's all there. But if you have any questions whatsoever on anything I cooked today, is please pop your question in the comment box underneath as well, and I will come back and answer it. And also as well is, as I always say, is that if you like the videos and you like what we're showing you and what I'm cooking as well, is please do give us a bit of a like or even a comment or whatever. That way we actually know that we're cooking the stuff that you like. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed that today. And if any of you do make it for the weekend, please send me a photograph as well. I always love to see when people cook the food. But have a fantastic weekend, everybody. And I will see you back here as per usual on Monday at 3 o'clock. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you then.